Hey guys, Ali Carter, let's pray for her. I bring you these videos because I want you all to understand some things, or maybe help me to understand better some things that she's talking about. But one thing I want y'all to really listen to what she's saying. I'm gonna play this clip and then I'm gonna play another clip and I'm gonna put these two together. Can you imagine, you think you're helping somebody, you're doing the right thing. Can you imagine you're doing the right thing by calling Adult Protective Service. I didn't know it was a such thing as an Adult Protective Service. By calling Child Protective Service to help a child. You call Child Protective Service to help a child and come find out that the people in Child Protective Service are the ones that's giving these kids away for trafficking. So I want you to keep that in your mind, because all through my life I've been known to do the right thing, and I thought I helped somebody by sending them to Child Protective Service. And I remember trying to check on this little girl. How is she doing? Is she doing okay? Can I talk to her? Oh, no, well, right now she's deep in the system. I can't remember what they said, but I just remember I never talked to her after that. I never talked to that little girl after that. But in my heart, I thought I did the right thing. And now I'm thinking she might have went through the same thing that Ali Carter went through. So this is kind of close to me. So y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, man. Let's check this thing out. Golly. Here we go.
I had a pimp who sold me to Russia one time. He promised me that it's weird in everything is backwards, but in trafficking, in being a prostitute, there's rankings to things. So a trafficker, a pimp, and a John are three different things. When you are one of the girls or one of the guys, you have a kind of a ranking, and being bottom bitch means being top. So when at one point you had to work for that ranking, though, if there's multiple girls or multiple boys in a pimp's possession, you have to work for that ranking. You have to work for that, basically, respect from your pimp to be able to have your pick of jobs. And it's not like you get to pick if you don't want to be hurt. It's just kind of choosing a lesser evil type of situation. So if you find that ranking, or if you have that ranking with your pimp, then you can kind of pick what jobs you want. So if there's sex machines, then you can pick kind of the least painful sex machine to have to be on for hours. So with my pimp, I started learning that if I was nice to him, if I didn't fight as hard, if I gave up with the fighting, and if I just did what he said, then I would become bottom, which means top. He proposed to me when we were 15 years old. And his promise, with me being his wife, I was running around in very expensive diamond rings. My mom smashed so many of them. My mom now, when she found them, she smashed some in the street, and she didn't understand. I wasn't telling her everything. I was just saying, I have a 27-year-old boyfriend. I have my man, my husband is a grown man, and I was 15. So when he proposed to me, the promise was that if I said yes, and if I did what he said, then I would stay with him. And he, there was other girls that I saw with him. There were other girls that I shared him with. That sounds so ass backwards, but when you say it like that. But
Yeah.
that was backwards to say. But it is what it is. But we had this deal, and this deal was that he wouldn't, the other girls and the other boys that he had, he wouldn't just leave me. He wouldn't sell me out of country and leave me there. He made that promise, and of course, there's no promises that he kept. They were all empty and broken.
Wow.
And lies. So
Jesus.
when I had to go to this auction, and this man from Russia purchased me, I thought, okay, we'll just come right back. And the first time he said, you'll leave with him. He wants to have what's called a girlfriend experience, where they're able to take you home and they're able to keep you for the weekend, and have you wake up next to them, is the girlfriend experience. And when I went with this man for a weekend, it was culture shock. It was, the smells were different, the buildings were different, everybody talked different. I didn't understand anybody. I was the only black girl, so when it comes to Americans and when it comes to being black, it definitely was the kicker, because they don't have any respect for you, and especially being a prostitute, they didn't have any respect at all. So some men like to have sex with you with their feet, put you on leashes, make you lick the floor or lick their feet, piss on you, shit on you, things like that.
That is horrible. I never, these are the things I never would imagine. We're talking humans like to have sex. I thought sex was all about feeling pleasure while you're giving pleasure back. You're giving somebody pleasure, not pain, not hurt. That's what I thought it was about. I never thought, I don't want anybody in the bathroom. That's your private, to do your number one and number two. You mean to tell me people enjoy using the bathroom on another person, male or female? That is, you need some help. If you feel as though that pleasures you, there's something wrong with your mind. Ew.
And especially being a prostitute, they didn't have any respect at all. So some men like to have sex with you with their feet, put you on leashes, make you lick the floor or lick their feet, piss on you, shit on you, things like that. When I figured that out, I was like, I was praying, please God, let me get back to California. And I promise I will be a freaking angel for this man, because I don't want to end up staying here. When we came back, my pimp told me I was going back out there before a week. The money that was exchanged is when I knew it was time to make a decision, because I knew I wasn't coming back. And I knew that he promised that he would bring me back, but there was money counters that came out. There was a huge meeting that he had to have. There was paperwork. And that's when I realized I have to do something.
She knew, she can tell.
They're gonna kill me.
Wow.
And in the worst way. And he told me, you're just gonna leave for a week. And I'm like, there's no way. So
see, your heart kicks in, your tuition kicks in. God tells you. The first time I was gone for whatever, y'all didn't do all this money. It wasn't about all that money. It wasn't about all this paperwork. It wasn't about all this meetings and all this type of stuff. You are getting rid of me. You ain't gonna say it because you always lie to me. This ain't right. This is not right. That's what she came up with, that with her mind. God tells you. God gives you signals. God lets you know what you should and should not do. Real talk. Real talk. And I'm listening. I am listening. I'm not listening anymore.
That he had to have, there was paperwork. And that's when I realized I have to do something because they're going to kill me. And in the worst way. And he told me, you're just going to leave for a week. And I'm like, there's no way. So
that's messed up to even do something like that.
I was told to go to the park in Fontana and sit on the swings. I had bright red hair, and this is what saved my life because I was about to get branded. I was about to change my complete look to go to Russia because that's what my pimp was telling me to do. So I braided my hair and I changed it. It was blood fire engine red, and it was so bright that it was so noticeable anywhere I went, and I had brushed it out so it's frizzy and crazy. And I went and sat on the swings, and I called my mom and my grandma at the time, and I told her, I love you, I don't know if I'll talk to you again, but I'm about to leave. And she's like, where? And when my grandma heard that in my voice, she rushed to the park. She saw me sitting on the swings. She's like, get home now. She called my mom. My mom called the foster home. She called the police. She called the social worker. And thank God they did, because it stopped the Russia order. It stopped my pickup. I was sitting on the swings getting ready to leave to go to Russia. And it stopped everything. That night, after telling my mom the complete truth and knowing that I wasn't about to come back, I made a choice to run and to disappear, because there was no way. CPS wasn't listening. My social workers knew and was in on it. They would tell me to stop telling people.
CPS is Child Protective Service, just in case. I'm not that good with the abbreviations, so I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that's not that good with the abbreviations.
On the complete truth and knowing that I wasn't about to come back, I made a choice to run and to disappear, because there was no way. CPS wasn't listening.
CPS.
My social workers knew and was in on it.
They
would tell me to stop telling people. People were making fake court orders for my mom. I had to, that was the time where I was like, it's either life or death right here. And in the next time that I have to try to make this decision, I'm probably going to be somewhere where I can't get out. So I ran. I disappeared from Child Protective Services government custody for a year straight.
Wow.
By less than.
Can you imagine that? Child Protective Services. I am running from Child Protective Services. I want y'all to think about that, man. This is serious. If you see a child that is in trouble and you trying to do something, you pick up the phone and call who? Who you gonna call? The police? And it trickles all the way up to the devil. I want y'all to hear this, man, because we think we helping and we not.
So I ran. I disappeared from Child Protective Services government custody for a year straight. By less than a few weeks, because of my last name and because of the elite ties that I have, they took me out of the missing child's network system, and removed me from any Amber Alerts or any type of system to tell anybody that I was missing. But CPS still collected money for me. There were fake FBI that were sent out to torment my mom, to mess with people that I knew of that my pimp seen me with, because he made it. There were fake FBI that came out to torment my mom because my pimp made it in a way that he knew who I was hanging around. He knew what I was doing at school. He knew all those things. But I had to be safe, and I can't say exactly how I disappeared. It
That's
would
okay.
incriminate a few really, really,
That's
really
okay.
good people, because they had to do what they had to do to make sure that I'm still sitting here right now. If I didn't leave that park that day, I'd probably still be stuck in somebody's tunnel or dead. So that was Russia.
Wow. That's okay. One of the things that I want to play, I wish I would have played them in a different order, but it's all good. I can't believe how she keeps talking about Child Protective Service is in on it. I can't believe how she keeps talking about that. So I'm gonna play another clip, man, and I'm studying this stuff and trying to bring it out to the people, let y'all know her story. There's a lot of people, I mean, no matter what you do in life, they don't like my channel. Some people like, you ain't doing, whatever you do in life, there are going to be people who like it, and there are going to be some people who don't like it. They didn't like Jesus, and he said Jesus is the Son of God. Yeah, whatever. We don't like you. No matter what you do in life, there's going to be some people better than you and some people worse than you. You might as well just do you. That's what I do, and tell them that I don't care. I don't care. I'm trying to learn how to do this thing, so I call myself not talking too much, because that's how you're supposed to do it. But I gotta say something. It's my channel, and I gotta let the people know how I feel about this stuff right here. No one should be doing anything to anybody that don't want it to be done. Them days should be been over. And I also think that this world, this government, the governments of the world should have some type of system in place where any and everybody can eat, drink, and get fresh air. In this today's world, that's where we need to start at. So this is deep to me, man. So this is the second clip that she's talking. Ali, Miss Carter. I try to call her Miss Carter as much as I can. Mad respect to her. Let's just check this out, man. Let's listen to the Child Protective Services part. What I want y'all to see here.
I don't know what that was, but everybody knows that I can talk. So, well, I do know what that was. I know that somebody's messing with codes. I'm just gonna be real here. I know somebody's messing with codes. And we were just told that, so they were like, hey, you wanna go or no? And I'm like, yeah, let's do this. So I'm gonna try to spit this out, okay? Okay. Teddy parties. Those are assault parties. And I was one of the kids that was one of the party favors. And a party favors means that you're set on top of a table.
I meant to take my jacket off. So I didn't take the jacket off. Do you in this world. Do you. I don't care. I don't like the way he talked. I don't like this. I don't like. A lot of people like my voice. They say my voice is smooth and everything. Me personally, I don't like my voice. Do you. No matter what, do you in this world. Gotta be all nice and, before you get on the camera, you gotta look your best. Yeah, whatever. I'm always looking my best right now.
You wanna go or no? And I'm like, yeah, let's do this. So I'm gonna try to spit this out, okay? Okay. Teddy parties. Those are assault parties. And I was one of the kids that was one of the party favors. And a party favors means that you're set on top of a table and you're used as a toy for anybody who comes across the table or who wants to party at a certain time of night when the music stops and then the DJ starts flashing all these lights and they close the doors, and then everybody turns into like a frenzy and starts going into a crazed animal-like demonic state and you have no idea what's going on. And yes, there was a time where I was just like completely don't give a shit because it happened, and I was the type of kid that thought that, you know, you're in the presence of royalty and they make it seem like you're in the presence of Hollywood, so you should be honored and you should be appreciating that you're there. And I was that person. I totally acted like that. I was like, oh, it's fine, you know, it really doesn't matter. But then it really did matter when my pimp was like, he had rules. He had lots of rules, and it was more money. And if you know the difference between a pimp, a John, and a trafficker, the trafficker is the supplier, but the pimp is collecting the money, and the John is doing the buying. So if the pimp is saying that full house, actual, full-blown sex is... By the way, kids, don't watch this. Goodbye. I love you. Goodbye. If you found my stuff, get off right now. This is the moment where I'm telling you I'm angry. I forgot to put that reminder in the beginning. Okay, cool. Goodbye. What was I saying? Full sex. Full house sex. Thank you. If the pimp paid for...
Mommy's listening. Go, Mom. You get a point for that, Mom.
What was I saying? Full sex. Full house sex. Thank you. If the pimp paid for if there's rules to full house sex, and there's rules to anal, and there's rules to all kind of different jobs. Okay, so at a certain point, I was not brought or traded for anal sex, but that didn't matter to a few celebrities that were there. It's not just celebrities, there's a lot of different people. They called it an all-black party, but it was mainly because a lot of the party favors were black kids.
Party favors. She said that the kids are like party favors. You know, when you leave a party, you got this little bag of candy, all the kids get a little bag to take home like a favor. All the little kids is on the table that the celebrities allegedly can take home. But she keep saying there are rules. She's going over the rules and the guidelines, but then she turned around and say, well, a lot of people didn't follow the rules because they think celebrities, they don't have to follow the rules or the guidelines. That's weird.
At a certain point, I was not brought or traded for anal sex, but that didn't matter to a few celebrities that were there. It's not just celebrities, there's a lot of different people. They called it an all-black party, but it was mainly because a lot of the party favors were black kids. I was in the care of Riverside County Child Protective Services at the time. I was 15, barely 16. 15, 16. It's foggy. A lot happened that night, and I went really numb. And if there's videos or if there's anything that could go from that, then pull them. Because we all know that there's so many cameras around. So I can try to post the affidavits and I can put out what happened, but at the same time, what am I supposed to do? When nobody's really asking about the kids that are present in these parties now and were then, because they're really just going after all the celebrities and the adults, which I'm happy that we're finally here, and I'm grateful that we're finally pulling the names that need to be pulled and the big fishes that need to be pulled. But at the same time, nobody's asking about the kids and who else is really there. And no, it's just not about all these dudes having sex. They need people to fluff them, which are hand jobs and blow jobs. And those are the kids and the people on the party favors desk. And then on top of that, there's this big ass wheel, and they make it like a carnival thing, and they literally strap you to a wheel and spin it, and then after a certain time there's sex with animals, and then after a certain time
Sorry, I'm trying to do too many things. Did she say after a certain time there's sex with animals?
a carnival thing, and they literally strap you to a wheel and spin it, and then after a certain time there's sex with animals, and then after a certain time you have no idea what's happening because you're numb.
See, she is filled with so much information that some of the important information or some of the wildest information she's skipping over so fast. At a certain time, there's sex with animals. Like, one time she said, and the other lady was talking about that horse tranquilizer drug that's mixed with the baby oil or whatever this stuff is that people saying is mixed. Who cares what it's named? But when they squirt it on you, it can get in your skin and make you do all kinds of stuff. You turn into a zombie. She had this done to her before, so she is explaining how she felt when she was on this drug. This is what she wants, and she's addicted. It's addiction. You're addicted to this drug too. So she said that, I'm aware of my body, but I can't control my body, and I can't stop myself from doing the things I don't want to do. They tell me to do it, I just do it. And I'm trying to stop myself, but I'm doing it anyway. And I'm saying to myself, why am I doing this? They just told me to do it, and I can't. And I'm in my mind like, I can't believe I'm doing this. Why am I doing this? Why I'm doing it? It's deep. So this drug that allegedly Puffy has a shitload of it is a drug that make you. And she said, if you are a straight man and you don't want to have sex with another man or a kid or a little boy, you will with this stuff, and you would know that you don't want to do it. And Puffy was Puffy was filming it.
And if you throw up like I did, then your face is going to be rubbed in and you're going to have to eat it. And then
let me back up some.
They literally strap you to a wheel and spin it. And then after a certain time, there's sex with animals. And then after a certain time, you have no idea what's happening because you're numb.
You numb, meaning.
And if you throw up like I did, then your face is going to be rubbed in and you're going to have to eat it. And then people look at that as a sick fetish too. Blood is a fetish. Throw up is a fetish. Shit is a fetish. So.
Blood is a fetish. To see somebody bleeding.
I have DID, and I went numb after a while. There's a reason for all of my splits, but I just went numb after a minute. And there's times where I just checked out. You can check out for a few hours while somebody is messing with you. It exists because if you start fighting them back, then you're gonna suffocate or it's gonna hurt worse. So for me personally, I checked out. That's how I'm still sitting here. So yeah. And that's not the only thing, because after so many hours of dealing with people, people assaulting you, after so many hours of that, then if you're still okay, then they just make you go to another job like I did. So then you're just transported through the tunnels.
Wow. So if you survive the party and you don't look like you really, really out of it, and you look like you can take some more, they just take you to another party. Use you over and over again. Just keep using you. Man. Come on, y'all. We got to try to do something.
Yeah. You don't live in the world you think you do. And there are videos, and there is, I'm sure there's so much of this, and everybody is seeing slowly it come out, but nobody's talking about the kids. I don't want to open my phone and realize that somebody posted a video of me as a child, and there was times where because I was on so much ecstasy and so much drugs that I was laughing. Because I wanted people to think that I was okay, so they didn't kill me.
Right.
So there are things that would come out that people would assume, like, oh, everything is fine, they're fine. No, I was 15, 16. I was a kid, and there were kids younger than me, and there are still kids younger than me, and CPS supplies a lot of these children. Let's just not be around the bush about this. CPS supplies a lot of these kids because they don't look for them. They don't care. You're runaways.
I want you to hear that one more time, man. This is the part that's getting to me. This is what's getting to me, because I actually called Child Protective Service before. I actually called Adult Protective Services before. I didn't even know there was a such thing as Adult Protective Services. I did not know. Are they crooked too? Jesus. There are people, adults, trapped in their home by their kids and the kids' friends. They are trapped in their homes and they are scared to even call the police, because when the police come, they ain't gonna do nothing but talk for a little while, and then when the police leave, they getting their butt kicked. I'm talking really getting their butt kicked. Call them again. And they call the police again, and the police saying, oh, no, I ain't do nothing. So the police take them away, and they make bail or whatever, and when they get home, they get their butt kicked again. They get their butt kicked worse this time. And finally they say, okay, I'm not gonna call no more. Just don't beat me up no more. This is happening, man.
No, I was 15, 16. I was a kid, and there were kids younger than me, and there are still kids younger than me, and CPS supplies a lot of these children. Let's just not be around the bush about this. CPS supplies a lot of these kids.
CPS, Child Protective Services.
Because they don't look for them. They don't care. You're runaways. You're AWOLs. No one gives a shit. So I'm happy we're on this subject, and I hope that we continue, because I'm still trying. I'm still here. I still give a shit, even though I kind of checked out for a little bit and it looked like I did it. And yeah, as a dance choreographer that was being fake and acting like, and it doesn't bother me. It does. It always does. I can't sleep. So, yeah. You will never, I don't want to be anybody's puppet anymore. So I'm there in so many ways. So yeah. Yep. Yeah. I'll be back tomorrow. Cool. Okay. Thanks.
She said, I don't want to be anybody's puppet anymore. This is her state of California. I don't know what that is, but it's crazy, man. We have taught right from wrong. Marsha, I'm gonna just call her Marsha, that did the interview with Lionel B. This cold, I'm feeling better, but I'm still getting all this stuff out. She was saying, we're gonna do the video, and I'm gonna skip through it. Party goers. Favors mean, this is a little, you can pause it. It tells you, I'm not gonna read it. It tells you everything that like more of a definition of everything that's going on and stuff, you can go to her channel and everything. In fact, now I'll blow it up so y'all can see it right here. Party stuff. Yeah. I had to sit on the party favor table and wait to be chosen. Hold on. Let's see. The last paragraph. I had to sit on the party favor table and wait to be chosen. The way someone would choose a gift bag off the table at a birthday party. Two guys took me off the table and they bought me, and that's all we can see. That is crazy, man. Yeah, there is so many situations that Ali went through, and I can just imagine when she's telling the story. I'm sitting here, sometimes I think from the pimp side and be like, how can you freaking do this to somebody else for money? The only way I want to make money or earn money is to work hard or use my talent and skills to turn it into money. I don't want to do anything illegal for money. That is so deep into me. I can't, it's hard to understand that there's some crazy people in this world, because I thought we always striving. I thought we always striving to be great. I thought we always striving to be better people, positive people. I thought we were striving to be more like him. That's what I thought everybody was doing. And every now and then you might fall off. Every now and then you fall off. I didn't think you just freaking just jump off and just stay there and just don't care. I'm just going to do all this negative. Those are the people that need to be in jail, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, don't let me run this country. Don't let me run this world. Because I don't have no gray area. There's no gray area. You either good or you bad. You bad, y'all go over there and y'all figure out who needs to help or who needs to go through. If you using the bathroom on somebody, you are bad. I don't understand. I don't understand, man. I don't know how deep is deep. Ah, Lord have mercy. Look here, I'm gonna get on up out of here. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Y'all tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.